Welcome to the Tales of Great Editing panel. I didn't realize I was going to be the moderator, but let me see, make sure everybody, so I can see your badges so I don't embarrass myself. So I guess everybody is going to tell various and sundry stories about what makes a great editor and what is good editing, and I hope this is going to be leavened from time to time by a couple of tales of appalling editing. Just highlight the good stuff. So why don't we start with Patrick Leary, who is at the end here. Tell us a tale of editing, great or otherwise.
Well, I'm in the peculiar position of having been mostly edited by one man, David Hartwell. He's edited 3 of my novels and some of my short stories, actually. And it's, what can you say about David Hartwell that hasn't been said? It's a great honor to work with him. As a fledgling young author, trying to find my way into a new form, having never written a novel before, he was very encouraging. He had been publishing some of my poetry in the early 80s, and one day he sent me a rejection letter in an envelope that had the Tor logo, you know, the mountaintop logo. And I said, Tor, that's a big science fiction publisher, wasn't it? Well, I was a huge fan, but I didn't pay attention to publishers or anything like that. And I said, I wonder if David Hartwell works at Tor. So I said, hey, I've been writing a fantasy novel. Would you like to read it? And he said, sure. I found out that he was what do you call him? Contributing editor, accepting editor, acquiring editor, whatever that was. I didn't know. I'd been writing novels for 15 years, and I'd never shown it to anybody. He said, sure. So I sent him my first novel, and he said, that's nice. Keep writing on that one. This is after a year and a half. He got back to me. And he said, you got anything else? I said, yeah, I got a time travel novel called Door Number 3. At that time, it wasn't called Door Number 3, but he said, send me that. And so I sent him that, and another year went by, and he said, that's really, here, he said, come to New York and meet me. And I was out in New York on business, and I'm sorry this is going on, but we sat down in Grand Central Station, and we talked about my book. He said, well, you got one problem. I said, what's that? He says, first of all, it's not a novel. I said, what do you mean? It's got a beginning and end. It's 34,000 words long. And his first big contribution to the editing of Patrick Leary and my work, it was to tell me that was half a novel, not a whole novel. And I said, oh my God, what do I do? It's a great ending. You know, she walks into the lake, it disappears, it's terrific. So I spent the next 2 years sending him stuff. He'd say, oh, try this, try that. So it became a collaborative work. David has how do I summarize what he does? And I'm going to stop after this. He has an uncanny ability to help me discover sort of organically what the book is trying to tell me, the story it's trying to tell me. That's how I work. I don't know how to describe it in the ways that make sense. I'm always opening doors, as readers are. Chapter 37, oh my God, she's a woman! You know, that I have the experience exactly that you are having if you've ever read my work. So David was saying, well, perhaps she's a large woman, you know, or whatever. You know, he would guide me and say, you know, does the man have to be does he have to be a monster, a pederast, and a fire-breathing dragon at the same time? Why not just one or two of those? Stuff like that. It's very practical. You keep reining me in and pulling me back, and it's a great honor. He's a terrific reader, and anybody who's been edited by him would say that, I think, and that's the first great honor that a writer gets to, who finds a great editor, gets to find, is that there is a reader out there who is appreciative of every little thing that he's done in those quiet, lonely hours and days and weeks and stuff. So that was this first, I would tell that story about David as a great introduction to editors for me.